Recently, you may have seen my post on my face. A lot of you guys had questions as to, did you have an accident? What did you have done? And honestly, it was just a nice laser resurfacing using our new laser called UltraClear. And what does UltraClear solve? UltraClear solves the problem of skin pigmentation, and if you have fine lines and wrinkles that just fillers and toxin just won't treat. And so you can be young and you can be older having UltraClear, but the main reason you would get UltraClear is if you want a good skin resurfacing. UltraClear is for the patient. You may have had Moxie in the past, or you may have had another laser in the past, but you want to up the ante. You want to go a little stronger. We can totally do that with UltraClear. So what UltraClear is, it's in an ablative category of lasers. There are 3 types of ablative lasers on the market: erbium, CO2, and now the 2910 wavelength from UltraClear. And so if you've had like a CO2, if you've heard of CO2 in the past, yes, that's ablative. We're mowing off, we're vaporizing the top layer of skin to get deeper into the skin with our treatments. The difference between UltraClear and just like a traditional CO2 is the amount of thermal energy, or what we call coagulation. Coagulation equals inflammation, and I can dial that down so that we have less downtime with UltraClear. So we get an ablative treatment with less downtime. So after treatment, you can see I was a little red, I had little blood spots everywhere, but really the swelling did not kick in until that night and the next day. That's when you really have to prepare. We went clean pillowcases, clean bed sheets. The dog can't sleep with you. And the reason why is because this laser is ablative. Ablative means we're vaporizing the top layer of skin. So we're mowing off the grass and we're aerating it at the same time. That's the difference between like an UltraClear and a Moxie. With a Moxie, we're just aerating the skin. By aerating, we're definitely pulling up pigment, but the downtime and the intensity is not nearly as much as what we call UltraClear because it's ablative. The second day is just like chilling out at home. It might be a Netflix day. The swelling is starting to happen, and your eyes may be puffy. Your skin's gonna be puffy and red, and that is like an Aquaphor ointment day. And you're just keeping your skin clean with the ointment. You may wash it a few times and then do what we call vinegar soaks. And a lot of patients have said, what are vinegar soaks? Well, vinegar soak is like a diluted version of acetic acid. And that acetic acid is actually cleaning the skin and keeping it from growing bacteria because, again, we've vaporized that top layer of skin and we've taken off the protective barrier. Once you take off the protective barrier, you have to keep it clean. Phone, you can't put your phone on your face. The dog can't lick you. All those things that you just kind of take for granted. Your husband, your partner can't kiss you. Like, just keep your skin clean. Now, you'll do that for probably day 2 and day 3. You'll do vinegar soaks for day 2 and day 3. I'll be checking in, Courtney will be checking in with you to see how your progress is. And once that top layer of skin has re-epithelialized, we may not need the Aquaphor and the ointments as much. Usually on day 3, as you can see in this picture, the swelling really starts to improve. And by day 5, that's typically what I call it the joy behind UltraClear. Most of the swelling is all gone. Most of the redness is really dissipated. And now it's just the skin is healing. You don't have to change your pillowcases. You may not need to use the ointment any longer, and you're definitely not doing vinegar soaks by day 5. Day 5, you can get back out to the grocery and go to the bank if you need to. The social downtime is minimum, but not like it is the first 5 days. Now, I'm day 11 now. What do I have on now? I have on just like a tinted sunscreen. Of course, I have my mascara and lip gloss, all that type of thing. But that's when you can go back to really going back to your normal skincare routine. Usually by day 9, 10, or 11, you can get back to life, back to your makeup routine and your skincare routine. The number one question, hands down, on all of the comments, everything on UltraClear that I posted was, does it hurt? It looks painful. And it is not painful. It was not. Now, was it uncomfortable the night after the night of the treatment that I was sleeping? Yes, I had a hard time sleeping that night, and I will not lie about that. But as far as pain, it never was painful. During the procedure, it was probably one of the easier procedures I've ever had done, and I don't tolerate things very well at all, but it was easier. I'm just going to throw this out there. It was much easier than getting a Botox treatment, much easier than getting my lips done. I tolerated it as well as a Moxie, and I tolerated it better than Soft Wave. It was that night, there's just a lot of heat in the skin, not painful, just uncomfortable. And then after that, it was so much easier, but not at one point was it ever painful. I will probably do this treatment, honestly, at least once a year. Now, that's the UltraClear setting, this stronger setting that I just had done. The 3D Miracle, which is that real top layer of treatment, like the level 1 I talked about, I could do that every 4 to 6 weeks if I wanted to, just to clear up what I had done. So I hope this really helps you understand why I did this. You can see the before and afters. I'm so pleased with the results that I've had. All of our patients are so pleased with what they've done so far. And what I really loved is that I had a lot of dermatologists and plastic surgeons reach out to me and say, hey, we've been using this device since for the last 2 or 3 years. It's so versatile. Our patients are loving it, and you're gonna love it too. I haven't heard a bad thing about UltraClear yet. And so I'm really excited to bring this into the practice. We need to do a consultation, because during the consultation, I want to get your settings together, and I want to make sure we're all prepared for the aftermath so that you are the best prepared for the best success with this laser.